But yeah, I do think that the game probably has contingency plans if you mess up too much, because the last case before this one had a time skip after we finished. So
Fair.
that makes me.
Okay,
There should be a
well,
time skip.
we're going to continue. So,
There's only one place to go.
uh,
Oh, they are. Oh,
we've
they
seen the
already do
scene.
this?
I guess the save, even though I click save and quit, I guess it went right before the scene.
Oh, it's saved right before the scene.
Well, I clicked save and quit when he exited too, but I guess there's set spots where it'll bring you back to. I don't know. Okay. He's not a fisherman, he's a fisher of men. Here we go.
It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present?
Wait, did we go back in time? Because I thought they said that the court started like 15 minutes ago or something.
Yeah. I think there's like immediate res.
'Tis such unprofessionalism.
If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented.
Discord just did a little pop-up. Fix that.
Discord pop-up.
If we're ruling based, but there is no evidence because this was that was a mistrial, so we're back to square one. So, what evidence that's been presented?
This is a kangaroo court. Technically, it's a wolf court, but you know. I don't know if you know that kangaroo court is like an actual term.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's a word for Australian courts.
Yeah, when you that's where the other judge went. He's like, wait, my accent makes me vaguely Australian / New Zealand ish. I gotta go back to my kangaroo court.
I don't think they have kangaroos in New Zealand.
They don't. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I
Maybe,
mean, I think everywhere in the world
zoos.
has kangaroos now, just by process of like zoos.
Invasive kangaroos.
Invasive. Can you imagine? We had an invasive species of kangaroo, like in America where we live. That'd be so funny.
One can dream.
I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king.
Your Honor, may I have a word?
Fine, but make it quick.
I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying.
Isn't that what Tifa says to Cloud?
Anytime anybody hears dilly-dally, they always bring up that.
Oh, yeah,
like that created the phase.
Shilly-shally.
Yeah, dilly-dally, shilly-shally.
Dilly-dally, shilly-shally. I don't even know what that means.
Given the context of her saying it, I don't know if she knows what it means. So.
Tifa.
But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Also, it wasn't Tifa, it was Aerith in Cloud's, like, mind space.
Oh, fair.
It was when she was telling him to, like, get over her death.
Get over my death. Dilly-dally, shilly-shally.
So, like, canonically, nothing. I don't know if that even means Aerith was... Because I don't know if those scenes, if it's, like, him communicating with her in the life force?
Yeah.
Life river?
I know very little of this Final Fantasy VII world mythos, but I do know that souls live on in the life stream.
Yeah, and then they come back. Like, life returns to it and life comes from it and back and forth. But
So maybe maybe Aerith was just being like, listen,
Well,
don't worry. Like, yeah, I died, but I'm literally coming back. It's fine. Like,
well,
let
no,
it go.
I mean, I don't think they come back as themselves. I think just the generic life energy. I don't think their
Well, yeah.
consciousness lives on in the live stream. So I
I mean,
don't think that was
Aerith.
but I'm not sure. Maybe he was communicating because she's also an ancient. There's a whole thing, but
Yeah, the Cetra.
but I don't know if it's that or if that was just like the Aerith in his head kind of thing, like how he imagines her. So in which case, he imagined she would say that.
Well, if you know what Aerith meant when she said dilly dally shilly shally, comment down below and let us know. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe to stay up to date with all of our non-Final Fantasy VII content. No guarantees whether we'll ever do Final Fantasy VII content, but you know,
Probably
it's a
not.
thing.
I
Probably
won't.
not, unless they do a dating sim or a visual novel of some sort.
Well, I mean, even me on my own, I probably won't do it. I don't do a lot of RPGs aside from Pokemon. I don't remember if I read this, but it seems somewhat rash to end a trial the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served.
You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed.
Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict.
Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
No, my job description is to prosecute. But I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served.
Can we play a game with Cocorico as a protagonist, please?
You said the same thing about...
Yeah, because I always think that the prosecution is the cooler people that we should be following.
I don't know. Manfred von Karma was kind of a dick.
Manfred von Karma was kind of a dick. But Franziska von Karma? She was kind of a dick in the other direction.
Are you saying she's an innie, not an outie? Or...
Yeah, statistically speaking, she is an innie, not an outie.
Oh no! An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. Call out!
Call out! Roll credits!
Wrong game name.
That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter.
It would have been great if it was just a sequence of him like using the name of every Ace Attorney.
Oh my gosh,
game.
yeah. Justice for all.
Me and
right?
the defense share a dual destiny.
Yeah, dual destinies. How many subtitles? Justice for all, dual destinies, spirit of justice,
Ace Attorney. The
just Ace Attorney.
First one is it's Phoenix Wright : Ace Attorney. So Ace Attorney.
Oh, Ace Attorney literally was the.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which, though, then again, that means that the fourth one was Apollo Justice, subtitled Ace Attorney. But...
I will now talk with the jury.
I'm not going versus Professor Layton.
He just shows up in the corner. Did you get just in the background, just hear the picker-at sound of somebody picking up a picker-at?
Carmine Accidente shows up.
No! Carmine Accidentes should remain in. Did he even die at the end of? I don't even remember anymore. That story was so convoluted.
It was a complex story. I've only done it once, so I don't remember.
Oh gosh, it was such a good story. We should do that one on stream. I know that it's going to be real difficult with 3DS emulation and stuff.
3DS emulation is kind of shitty still.
Oh my gosh! But if they ever release it again, chef's kiss.
Well, that requires level 5 coming back to life.
Yeah, I mean they still exist in Japan, right? They do.
They make mobile games.
And mobile games, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Judge.
I already said this time, but I'll say it again. I will not talk with the jury.
Okay, a wheezing French accent.
Oui, oui, je voudrais demander the offenses present, Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon.
Mon Dieu, JJ. You look like a total mess. Did he take a morning swim in the sand or something?
Something like that?
Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice.
Pure name. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor?
Your Honor.
Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred.
Wow, you're gonna punish the other if one of them talks? It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium.
The King of France? He's here!
Who is the last new character?
I mean, I was the last person to voice the Kingfisher in any meaningful capacity, but like, oh. Let's go back to the Facebook, because they release an order of who spoke last.
They release an order. That was me, I was the doctor.
Then it's me.
And I was Nathan, so I was actually 2 in a row.
Yeah. What voice should I give the King of France? I don't want to give him a French accent just because I think it's funny to not give the King of France a
King accent?
Monarchy, monarchy, monarchy. I'm gonna just make him sound really bored. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise! Well, you see... You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, oh, dilly-dally. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality.
I want to say, once again, we're doing the same plot twist as Great Ace Attorney with the final case.
Did the King of France show up in the final case?
No, it was the Queen of England.
The Queen of England? When?
The prosecutor was trying to be like, no, the trial's over because I say so.
Oh, you're right.
And they're here's
they talked on their phone.
The literal ruler of the country. And now you have to do.
Well, we gotta check when this game came out versus the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, because maybe one copied off the other, but we don't know who copied.
This definitely came out later than the first Great Ace. Oh, but this is Great Ace Attorney, the second Great Ace Attorney.
And did it come out in English? Right? Because it's. I'll look up when Bird Attorney came out.
Resolve came out 2017.
Aviary Attorney.
Oh, okay, sure, fair.
Aviary Attorney came out 2015. So
Fine.
First. See? Just because one's more popular doesn't mean that they're...
I guess Capcom saw this and was like, we're gonna copy this.
Aviary attorney, litigate. You're in the win.
Next, it'll turn out that Ace Attorney copied the stepladder conversation from this.
Yeah, we go back in time far enough. Okay, I'm gonna give him a little bit more energy. Let's go ahead with the trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right?
That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying.
No objections here. Go ahead with the trial. Going ahead with the trial is fine by me. Me too.
Surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor?
Wait. Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial.
Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder?
My activity is, well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time.
I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. I like the idea of a king wearing PJs.
Yeah. The royal jammies.
Eating the royal jam while wearing the royal jammies.
I cannot possibly go to sleep without my special jammies. All right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Galerie, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That was when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest.
Indeed we do, Your Majesty.
I'm having a good time.
Mesdames and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. If he's trustworthy, then why do you call it Prince Juan when that's not his real name? Ha!
I mean, you could be worthy of someone's trust and still not know the whole story. You might not know.
Likely story. Can you prove that?
No. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubt, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination.
Yeah, Sparrowson's not here.
How dare you doubt your king, the utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material.
Okay, let's prove it was actually him.
Could you imagine? I'm truly embodying my inner him from Powerpuff Girls. And it sparks joy in a way I wasn't aware it was going to.
Well, hopefully him comes to Multiverses. I haven't played that game in a while.
I forgot that game even existed. Last I learned about it, I mean, this might get a little topical / political in a direction you don't want it to, but like I guess they changed Vilma so she didn't call the police on people anymore.
Yeah, they did do that at some point because people were making memes of her calling the police on LeBron James.
But like, what does she do now? Is it like the
she calls the mystery machine,
the mystery mobile?
Yeah.
That's what they should have done from the get-go. I don't realize why they did the police.
Because the mystery machine doesn't take away the culprit.
Yeah, but like
they always like every end of an episode they end calling the police.
it's for fan service. I don't know. I thought it was weird with the little bit that I played that it wasn't the best straight machine. Either way. Well, we got to remember that we can actually lose. So if you don't think that what I'm saying makes sense, feel free to stop me.
I think what you're saying makes sense.
Thank you. Let's get acquainted with the evidence again.
Do we have any? We have a few more things.
Yeah, let's look at them. So, the receipt, that would have been good to have last time, but that's fine. The ticket stubs, okay. The pen is relevant with the receipt, so that's fine. The chocolate bar.
We don't have the chocolate wrapper anymore.
The chocolate wrapper, I mean, we don't, but we do. We don't have the rose either, but apparently we still do. That was incinerated. Just a pocket space where things that shouldn't exist. Okay. Yeah, west entrance. We gotta remember that. Okay, let's go back. Enter through Louvre South entrance. We pass through the Salle de Tibre. In the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting, gave a short speech. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. I wish I had a map of that area again to make sure that all makes sense in my head. No. They put the map of France on Facebook.
I mean, you have Facebook profiles for, like, places.
I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. I mean, we can press them all, but I guess if, like, we might... Like, it's only if we insist and push, that's when we get penalized, it seemed.
But let's still press with what you think seems the most.
Yeah, obviously. I think the pass through the Salle de Tibre.
Salle de Tibre.
Your Majesty, I say that you said that you passed through the Salle de Tibre uneventfully? Indeed. We stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. What did you see in the Salle de Tibre? Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Tibre? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I mean, aside from the Roman artifacts, for example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest.
I want the king to elaborate.
They seem like really bad answers.
They do!
Because you can't just be like, okay, sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, you have to straight up say, I'm reaching.
Yeah, I'm grasping at straws here. I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw.
Then I suppose that you'll have to proceed, Your Majesty.
All right, let me think. So there was this giant door star. There was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Harold was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf.
What?
Did I say something startling, prosecutor?
No. Please continue your testimony.
I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She irrelevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was.
Gisette Brett.
Giselle,
Giselle Brett.
Giselle Brett. Mademoiselle Seigneur.
Dubique.
Dubique or not Dubique? Mademoiselle Seigneur? Signy? That sounds familiar. Yeah, well, yes, I think it was. She was called Mademoiselle Signy.
Mademoiselle.
I like to think that he's reading his script. I hate that's such a big pet peeve. I know that I go on a lot of tangents, but I have to say, like a lot of like Japanese games that get dubbed really struggle with that, and like people have different pronunciations of names, and that shouldn't exist. That shouldn't exist. If I introduce myself to you as Mick, you know what my name, which people know, but like let's pick a fake name. Let's
Jose.
do Jose, Antonio, right? Maria, right?
Maria
you know what that
Antonetta.
name is, right? You know what that sounds like because I said it. Like unless it's like something that's like really hard to pronounce, you know, you don't mispronounce it unless you're reading it. I don't know. I feel like I at least think that way.
I guess it depends on the name.
Yeah.
If it's a
yeah.
common name, then sure.
Exactly. Either way. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Seigneur gave chocolates to Major Howe minutes before he died.
Now just wait one moment. I see what you are alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial.
Circumstantial matter feathers? The king just testified that Major Howe ate chocolates?
Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you've still not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. That we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she is a murderer.
Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor innocent girl like that? Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial. Hold on. I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned.
My evidence is Sparrowson's corpse. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it.
You will. I can't. It's not really the evidence for that type of evidence.
Why am I not surprised?
The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet?
Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense has just had a realization of his own. That is, he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office and Sparrowson ate it.
Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor.
About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. Well, I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I would now deliberate with the jury. I think that's you.
Objection!
Oh. you just...
I've always wanted to do that.
You really did. I believe you. I think you've always wanted to accidental ouchie. Sparrowson, are you okay?
Yep, the doctor said they have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I'd like to testify on the poison chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see?
It means I'll get to be excused from school for the next 3 days.
On account of eating poison chocolate.
Very convenient that it's on the 3 days before Thanksgiving break. It's too late. The trial is over.
Can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it.
Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges.
I told you, Your Honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served.
I swear you're the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the courtroom to hear.
This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Sleipnir Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms.
Sleipnir Hospital.
These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... Oh, we could stop that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Flora.
Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your notes and the case testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered.
Awesome. Wait, did you see the king is here?
You can get his autograph later.
Right. So what happens now? Do I get to cross-examine by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine.
Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds!
Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitely proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. So then, what the hell do we do now?
We do nothing, Your Honor. The poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous.
Tenuous?
A step above circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that was required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Where's the reasonable doubt here, though? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help.
Yeah, I thought that, like, we delved in reasonable doubt, and the prosecutor dealt in trying to pin it on us. Yeah. I don't know. This is me.
Yeah.
For how voice I gave her.
I feel like her neck should be a little longer and
right.
thick.
I do think it is longer though. Like ducks and swans can do that. They can like, and then they're I
guess.
Like I think she's like keeping it short.
Why?
Listen, I guess
stretch
I had
your spine, girl.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, we should not be ones to talk. We spend our entire lives hunched over.
Speak for yourself.
What voice did I give this lady? Was it like
Giselle Brett? I thought.
I don't remember what Giselle Brett's accent was. Just I'm gonna go. Oh, hello.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's fine. You. Rosan, it's great to see you on your feet, but you have been an enormous asset to the case. But what are you trying to pull off now?
Surprise witness.
Surprise witness?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him to his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signy, so she can testify about Prince Juan's character.
Sparrow said it's such a goober.
Hey, you said they like surprise witnesses. I want to do it. Just brings up some random person.
Like, why are they here? Well, they were technically at the crime scene, so they could be a witness.
A month ago.
You are putting me in a difficult position, Sparrow-san. Just moments before you arrive, with the court established that Mademoiselle Signy is a possible suspect for this case.
What? That can't be right.
Sparrow-san, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signy as witness?
No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signy. Prosecuting is my job.
Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good, very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signy. I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Signy, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock.
Isn't she like uncomfortable with Sparrows and just like staring so intently at her this entire time?
Yeah. I followed. Then, when they came to a stop in the Salle de Thebes, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big boy, a big dog by the name of Major Howe was happy to oblige. The guard died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates.
Just outright says it. No, that can't be right.
I used a poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant, as a flower seller. It was simple to acquire. What did you say, mademoiselle?
That's not what he asked.
Why did you do it, mademoiselle? What did you say at the time? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again.
Why are you admitting this, though?
He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people.
I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something.
Mademoiselle, are you being coerced at that time? Speak freely. No, monsieur. I am confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's.
Intriguing. Oh, you missed it pretty convincing. Okay.
Pretty convincing. Well, defense, it looks
Oh, you cut out.
like you wormed a
Okay.
confession out of this murderous pute.
Yeah, you got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it just lagged for a moment.
I suppose that gets your client, Prince Swan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap up this court session? No, I haven't finished my examination.
That seems like the bad answer, but okay.
No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Swan. You've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further.
Something of huge importance. I told you prosecuting is my job.
Well, yeah, but Cocorico has stepped forward saying that he wants justice and the truth. So I need to respond in kind.
But also, he straight up said, I will only allow her as a witness if you stick to defending your client and not trying to establish her guilt.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. Fine. We will shut you up. I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. Can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. The ticket stubs.
Oh, these?
Yes. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means the wolf had nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed, go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I am amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth.
She said she wasn't being coerced. She lied.
I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. I'd assist him with murder and he would drop all debts. Refusing, he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this. It's Judge Romulus. What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering.
Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation.
I've never been more honest, monsieur.
Listen, Mademoiselle Signy, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story?
Proof?
You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof.
The contracts are all verbal. He said money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. And Mademoiselle has no proof because her story's a blatant lie.
Falcon, you have to do something. We have to anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signy.
A link? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that the Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus had made contact with Mademoiselle Signy in the past. I know this because at this very moment I am holding a key piece of evidence that linked Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. The receipt.
This?
Yeah. I think you should take a look at this, Severine. See, they put the accent on this one.
Me. You don't trust it in the judge's hands.
What? What is that?
Did
you not hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
What does that piece of paper say?
This is a receipt for a box of chocolates. From
Life's a receipt for a box of chocolates.
What?
Life's a receipt for a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get because you never had to eat any of them.
From Lander Hagelslack's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January. Made out to a man named Romulus.
The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus brought chocolate on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been made with the same brand and flavor as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definite. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the Mademoiselle's updated testimony,
it would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt.
Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. Ever since I'm mine, I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? Indisputable. I can't say that. Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What do I know? What I do know is that you have nothing to prove. I was the one who signed it. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis?
It wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents.
That would be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. Is it the pen?
A fountain pen of green ink.
Guess that would be the only thing. Nothing else makes sense. Go ahead. Oh, but first things first, I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's mine. Clever, JJ. I was gonna say, how do you pin that on him? Like, it doesn't say it's him on anywhere. That pretty slick. Pretty slick. That was a big gambit.
Yeah, he's a pretty dumb judge.
Yeah, that was a pretty, like, could you imagine? Like, all he would have said is like, "Oh no, that's not mine," and then
like
that's
somebody's accusing you of murder, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, you dropped your pen."
And it's like, "Oh yeah, thank you."
Well, like literally, they're like, "Do you have any proof that it links me to that murder?" It's like, yeah. But first, will you take this? Is this pen yours?
Oh yeah, that's mine. Thanks. I've been looking for that thing everywhere. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Sleep New Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from the garment as I was thrown into the sun.
Oh, well, that's why you smell fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude.
It's my new cologne, son. Do not be rude. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? Upon closer inspection, I see I must be mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges.
Also, though, isn't this all just hearsay of thy falcon being like, "Oh, I was assaulted and grabbed the pen"?
Yeah.
Like, how is this evidence?
I mean, the Kingfisher could, like, be a witness, but, like, up until he does, that it's hearsay. What interests me about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color.
As we all know, only baddies writing green.
Judge Romulus is a baddie. This game did not anticipate that word would mean something completely different. Well, yes, but more importantly, it is a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture to say only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus.
So Judge Romulus lacked respect for classic penmanship. What of it?
Take another look at the receipt, Savarine. Handshake is the signature was signed with emerald ink. It is certainly quite a coincidence.
Oh, hey there, system malfunction. What's up? How are you?
No, there is no proof of coincidence. There is no more doubt. There is only one narrative that can tie these ridiculous strings of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, about the box of chocolates with custom filling.
Stream's going well, system. We're at the tail end of the second case, I believe.
Yeah, I think this is like the equivalent of the theme song where you start piecing all the things together right at the end. The custom filling contains poison originated from flowers of Mademoiselle Seigneur, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged the debt to force the girl to present the poison chocolates to the king. Then an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as a murderer in order to take the fall in Madame Seigneur's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Tesson Kingly. And when that failed, you pressured Madame Signor to take the full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. But there's not a damn thing any of you could do about it. I'm the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes the sentences.
I don't think that's how it works.
With a snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined at the Place d'Austerlitz before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above you? Nobody! Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly.
That's a bold claim. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the chorus. How did I do his voice? Attempting to murder the king, corrupting the court d'assises, an utterly repulsive individual.
Don't touch me, dirty pig! You have no authority. You have no authority over me. He doesn't, but no, I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. Not done with any of you. You're all guilty, you'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and the government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered.
Is that what this game's about?
We shall have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me!
Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him.
Of course. Carry on, Inspector. Yeah, this might be what the story is about. Right? Because was it King Philip and Marie Antoinette?
What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the president-judge's duties? Well, given the surprising series of revolutions just took place, we believe the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Corrido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Confetti! Musical confetti.